Welcome back to Capital Journal. Joining me next is Terry Metze, CEO of the Alabama Fiber Network. Terry, thanks for coming on the show.
Glad to be here.
Well, we've got a lot to talk about, but first I wanted you to please remind our audience about the Alabama Fiber Network and its role here in the state.
Sure. Governor Ivey had a dream and became an initiative, which finally became an act. And in 2022-23, the state awarded $260 million of various grants for Alabama FiberNet's owners, which are the electric cooperatives and power generation company, Power South, to build a statewide middle mile network to connect every county in the state with the high-speed redundant fiber backbone. And we're nearing completion of that project right now, ahead of schedule and under budget.
Yeah, and I saw that announcement. I guess it was over in Camden.
Yes.
Where it's literally bridging the divide, which I thought was an apt metaphor. Talk about that. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, the whole network, when completed in the middle of this coming summer, will be about 6,600 miles of network, and it's partially provided with Alabama Power Fiber, electric cooperatives such as Central Alabama Electric Cooperative, Tom Bigby, and all of those that got together that are in this fiber business. And we have connected all of their fibers and built an additional 3,000 miles of network to combine all of those into a robust network that is diverse in all 67 counties of Alabama.
So this week, the University of Alabama came out with this report talking about, an update basically on how this broadband effort is going, saying essentially we've made a lot of progress. $2.5 billion spent between the state and federal, most of that federal, but that we still have a long way to go, specifically with that middle mile. Explain to us what that we hear that term a lot, but explain what is that middle mile and what's it going to take to complete the mission, if you will.
Sure. The middle mile, as everybody knows, back in the late 80s, early 90s, everybody started building fiber optics across the country, but they were mainly focused on the NFL cities, as we called it at that time, the largest 100 cities in the U.S. And then folks started building, okay, well, I'm going to build a small little fiber network here in my town. Well, there was a disjoint between those big city fiber networks that were connected and the rural, small mom and pops and small utilities that built fiber. There was no connectivity between those.
I see.
And the rural areas were pretty much left out. And so the middle mile, and the middle mile jargon is, okay, how do I get from those NFL cities into these small little substation type POPs, as we call them, which is a point of presence, into every county so that the local folks have that same robust internet access and business access that you have in the larger towns.
Right, and we talk a lot about, well, it'd be great to have broadband internet, right? Everybody personally would like to have that, and I understand the providers really take what you have from middle mile and take it into neighborhoods and things like that. But it's more than just personal, convenience or whatever. When a town is connected, when a county becomes connected, it's the hospitals, it's the schools, it's economic development opportunities. Talk about the intangibles that come along with communities and counties being connected to high-speed broadband internet.
Well, I think it goes to the point of where you're even talking public safety, not just convenience. Today, you sit on your phone and 11 o'clock at night, you may get an Amber Alert or you may get a tornado warning. So having that robust Wi-Fi in your home or coming into the local area over a cellular provider or having your local electric cooperative provide that to you through their Wi-Fi service is absolutely necessary in today's age for your own survival at times. And you can call 911 out over it. You can do everything you need on applications that are provided. ADECA and their planning with the governor's office absolutely saw that need, along with getting to the hospitals, getting to the schools, and providing 21st century broadband capabilities across the state.
Now, you also hear a lot about, in this day and age, about like Elon Musk has his satellite internet and everything like that, where you could just put a little dish on top of your house and be connected. Kind of seems like, I don't know, kind of above my head in technology-wise. So why not just do that? You know, if we've
Oh,
got to connect
absolutely.
everybody via broadband.
Oh,
you know.
I have that. People ask me that all the time. It's a great question, and frankly, satellite has its applications, but no one technology fits everything in the country. It just doesn't when it comes to broadband. I can tell you this: broadband fiber is infrastructure application resistant to future needs. It will never have the inability to say, I'm not fast enough. So if you have the fiber in the ground, you're betting on the future. Now, satellite today, great little solution, but those satellites wear out just like everything else does, a lot quicker than fiber will, and they only have so much bandwidth because spectrum coming down from the space and the low Earth Alabama satellites are still going to only have so many they can put up there. So I assure you, after being in this business for 40 years, satellite has its place, but nothing beats fiber in the long run.
We also have quite a bit of trees in
Oh,
rural
yeah.
Alabama.
Well, yeah, and believe it or not, the frequency for pine needles, believe it or not, is the absolutely worst for blending in and interrupting satellite at times.
Well, we got plenty of pine needles in rural Alabama. You mentioned before all these different companies, electric cooperatives, power company, telephone company, and it's interesting because when I think about that, all right, yeah, when you look at a power line or something. We call them power lines. Well, it's also got telephone. It's got a lot of different entities have involvement here, and I would imagine that traditionally over the years there could be some kind of territorialism in terms of who's got right of way and all that. Talk about the importance of partnerships in accomplishing this mission, because I would imagine it takes a lot of cooperation from all these different entities to actually accomplish something like this.
Absolutely. I can tell you, once again, and being in this business as long as I have, no state in the union has a partnership like Alabama Fiber Network. We have Alabama Power. Jeff Peoples and his folks are dedicated to this infrastructure build out, partnering with electric cooperatives, and Tom Stackhouse, Gary Smith, Tim Culpepper, the whole board at Alabama Fiber Network from the electric cooperative side saw the vision, saw the need. You have telephone companies seeing fiber built by electric cooperatives that are partnering with us to expand this dedicated middle mile network so everybody can benefit from it. It's unheard of. It really is unheard of. You have Farmers Telephone, Pine Belt, Millry, all of those smaller companies are all bought in to what this vision is that the governor had, and everybody's working together to have this interstate highway of fiber broadband built so everybody can utilize it.
Absolutely. Well, look, I really appreciate you coming on and explaining this. It is a complicated subject. I need it as much as anybody else, these explanations. But I hope you'll keep us updated as we go forward. Because as this report said, a lot of progress, but a lot of work to do. So I hope you'll keep us updated on that progress as y'all move forward.
I'm sure we will. We're 85% construction complete. On the last bits of it. We're serving every county now, so our middle mile project's winding down and completed, and we're just doing the paperwork now, as you can imagine, has to be done with the final inspections. But our middle mile building into those hospitals and schools is rapidly underway, and we'll be completed with most of that by the spring. So we're winding up and going to be done by the middle of summer.
We'll look forward to that announcement.
Thank you so
Terry
much.
Metze, thanks for coming on the show.
Looking forward to giving you that report and looking forward to getting back to doing what we do best, and that's serving the state of Alabama.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.